Let's go ahead and get into that. Let's stop that, and we'll get to Karl Anthony Towns' comments after this post game. But I heard today, and it pissed me off. It pisses me off every time we have this conversation around Giannis, and this is why I don't want Giannis on the squad at all. I understand who Giannis Antetokounmpo is as a player. I understand the greatness of Giannis Antetokounmpo, an MVP candidate every night. We see what he did to the Knicks last night. And I will say this, though. Giannis wasn't playing that well in the first half yesterday. It was the Knicks, and it was the Knicks not being able to make shots, and then Giannis coming downhill. It's a recipe for disaster because Jalen Brunson said it in his post-game comments. We won't play him, but he said it. He said that he feels like the offense dictates what they do defensively. So like I said, when you're not hitting your shots, you said the shot total of the Knicks, I do believe 93 shots or something like 98 shots to 76 shots from Milwaukee, and the Knicks aren't making these shots, and you got Giannis with all these chances to come downhill and bang on you at this point because he's starting to figure out your defense, and you're letting your defense slip because things aren't going your way offensively. It's a recipe for disaster, whereas I'm seeing Jalen Brunson shine no matter the circumstance. And people have this tendency to forget that Giannis is a great superstar, yes, but are we forgetting what Jalen Brunson's contract means for the rest of his team and the players they were able to acquire with the contract that he has? So you want to ship out a superstar type player with a reasonable contract that has given you the credence to build through this bench, to then pay Mikal Bridges to come back and stay, to then pay OG Anunoby to be that two-way defender that you need alongside Mikal Bridges, which is what helped beat the Boston Celtics last year when everybody said that the Knicks had no goddamn chance. Jalen Brunson is the key to all of this. Yep. So there's nothing in my mind that tells me that the Knicks will win a championship regardless of how great Giannis is, because we've seen how it looks when the New York Knicks go out and get that shiny object, something that James Dolan pointed out, that shiny object that he talked about on the Roommates podcast with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart hosting it, saying that he doesn't want to do that. He wants this team to grow organically. Why would you get rid of the piece that started it all, and who, like I said, is a potential MVP candidate? Because let's not act like we're seeing Jalen Brunson ceiling here.
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson is getting better game by game, and now these 37, 36 points happening in 35 minutes are starting to become a consistent thing. It's not like, okay, 1 week he's scoring 25 and then he has a 36-point game here or there, and I understand it's only 4 games, but there's nothing in his performance that shows me that this won't be a consistent thing unless Karl Anthony Towns is starting to step up. And then Cat's like, okay, I could pull back the reins a little bit. I'll get this 28 this game or this 26 this game. Yeah. But with him not dominating the rock the way he has in years past, and you're starting to see an elevation in Jalen Brunson, saying to me that you would trade him for Giannis Antetokounmpo, regardless of how great Giannis is mind-boggling to me. What do you say?
Honestly, I agree. I agree 100%. Like, I will say, even from a philosophy standpoint, right? We are in the midst of finally fixing Knicks culture, right? 4 players around the league, right? 4 players to be like, maybe playing for Dolan and the Knicks ain't that bad. Right? Mm-hmm. Look at JB. Took a team-friendly contract. They brought in pieces around them, right? Mm-hmm. Once you ship out Cap just for Giannis, right? Like, because you're like, oh, this is an upgrade. You send the wrong message. You send lack of loyalty, right? Like, he showed you he was loyal to the building, to the fans, to the city, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he knows, he believes he could bring that chip here. He's like, you will give me the contract I deserve after I hoist that trophy for you. Mm-hmm. Pay me on the back end, right? I'm gonna bring the hardware home, right? Mm-hmm. Once you ship them out, it's like lack of loyalty in my eyes, right? Like, as a Knicks fan, I'm like, oh, we're back to the old ways. We're back to the old ways of just chasing after people, because I'm still one of the big people, man. I still go back to it. Like, I hated the Melo trade, not because I don't like Melo,
because of what we gave up for him.
but because of what we gave up for Melo.
Yeah, right.
Knowing Melo was upfront about coming to us. Like, I don't think there was ever a question that if we didn't trade for Melo, that he wasn't coming that summer.
Right.
I think we can all agree on that. Melo was going to be a Knick no matter what. We gave up the bag for him. We gave up the bench for him. And then he just had Amari with, like, him and Amari with no help.
And they did add pieces later on, and I do believe that Knicks team underachieved with Tyson Chandler, Chauncey Billups, Jason Kidd, and they underachieved J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. That team, that was a nice team. Landry Fields, that was a nice squad.
You look at it, the Iman injury set us back, right? That Iman injury, because Iman was out there. Two-way player galore, exactly what we needed. Nitty gritty, wasn't afraid of guarding up. When you saw him having no fear to step up to D Rose, MVP D Rose, you know you had a special talent defensively, right? Injury set him back, but you could tell, like, even with my boy, I was a huge fan of him. Like the life of Pablo coming off the bench,
Pablo Prigioni, yeah, my guy,
the life of Pablo right there,
yeah.
My guy was coming off the bench, oldest rookie in the league. But you know what? Like, we had pieces and we had the vets to lead in Tyson Chandler and Jay Kidd, right? Like, I truly believed in that squad. I just don't think that. I think that injuries, I think that some egos, I think it just derailed everything. Because also, like, in later years, Amari wasn't Amari no more.
Yeah.
Amari came in explosive, right? Set the tone. We got Melo, and then just couldn't stay healthy.
And Amari didn't like the Melo move either. I heard comments about. I think I read it today about how I think there's an interview out there where how Amari Stoudemire felt what held the Knicks back, and the first thing he said was Melo.
Of course, he's gonna feel that way because he came into New York, right? And Amari was like, "Yo, it's me, right? Like,
I'm bringing the city back." I remember he was in front of Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I remember that picture.
Like, right? Like, my man's had hands out. He looked like the second coming of a more explosive Ewing out there. We're like, we got the big, we got the second coming of Ewing, right?
Yeah.
But then Melo comes through, and it's Melo's team now, not
Melo's team. It's Melo's team.
It's Melo's team. Ari went like, huh? How did this happen? Like, we just went from my team to his team. I'm Robin now. Like, so he felt some kind of way. But, like, this is what I mean. Like, if we go back to that kind of culture, man, where we're talking about shipping the cap for Giannis, like, come on, man.
Yeah,
come on.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if people have watched Giannis's temperament over the past 8 months. I haven't liked it. Everything from him getting into it with Tyrese Halliburton's dad at half court, and him smacking his teammate upside the head in Eurobasket, and the things that Giannis has said publicly, and his frustration, and also the way he's handicapped this Milwaukee Bucks organization to keep him happy and to keep him there. I can kind of see James Dolan doing the exact same thing. So this Giannis for Jalen Brunson trade, if we get to that middle of the season and the Knicks are still struggling like this, and you want to pull a trade, you want to pull a plug for Cat, Mikal Bridges, and a couple more pieces, okay, and we have to be struggling at that point, Milwaukee has to do the same, okay, I could kind of understand that.
Yeah.
But you trading in the Giannis for Jalen Brunson piece, it just sounds horrific for the Knicks' future, in my opinion.
And also, we got to remember, like you pointed out, the contract, the money don't add up. So it's not just JB, right, that we're sending, because JB's contract don't add up to Giannis's. So we're giving up more than just JB, right? For what? To keep Cat? I'd rather give up Cat.
Yeah.
To get Giannis. Because you know what? JB's shown to be able to play off ball, right? So Giannis will get him the rock in spacing. Because you know what? When Giannis puts that ball on the court and starts rolling,
the defense collapses immediately.
Defense gotta collapse
immediately.
And a little quick kick to Cop. Cop's hitting that sweet three. So I'd rather see, if we gotta see any trade, Cat, I love you. Bodega Cat holding it down for my people, my Dominican. No, de lo mío. But you gotta go, right? If we gotta see anybody go, it's gotta be Cat.
Yeah.
I'd rather him stay, though. You hear me say I'd rather him stay. I think Cat could figure it out. But once again, it's just people talking, and this is the New York fan base, right? This is why I say you got to be mentally tough to come to New York, because as a fan base, we are so up and down. 4 games in the season, we're already like, and we see 1 game out of Giannis, we're like, yo, give me Giannis over JB.
Bro, can you imagine? Like I said, I want people to focus on Giannis's temperament lately. Can you imagine the Knicks trade Jalen Brunson for Giannis and the Knicks get bounced in the first or second? Oh my God. What? Yo.
Man.
Hey, I don't know if Giannis is ready for that type of pressure, because Milwaukee's totally different than New York.
Exactly. He gets to do that shit in Milwaukee because they don't got the media coverage in Milwaukee. He is on every newspaper outlet and talked about on every radio station in New York if he pulls that shit in New York.
Because I think they asked Giannis about the trade, actually. They asked him after the game. Like, you know, there was reports in ESPN about you possibly wanting New York to be the destination if you wanted to be traded. And he was like, well, I'm focused on the Bucks now. Like, you didn't deny it, but Milwaukee will let you have that. Like, okay, all right, whatever. Maybe he still wants to stay. He's focused on the team. You think the New York media gonna let you get away with that without a few more questions? Like, I don't think that's not flying in New York.
My man's is getting crucified in the New York Post. New York Post instantly, Giannis, very cryptic post game, right? Does he want out? Like, it's boom, big bold letters. Like, no, he is not sliding with that type of attitude.
And they're asking you after every game.
Every game down at the bagel shop that you go try and get your bagels incognito. They're like, hey, Greek freak, you staying or you leaving? Hey, you not staying? Well, suck my. You already know how it's gonna go for Giannis, man. Oh, and they're the type to boo you out the building. Oh, you're losing at home in the playoffs? Boo you out the building. You start getting some fraud chants. Fraud. Come on. You even get some bring JB back. Boom, 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 boom. Like you don't Giannis don't want to get caught in those chants. The New York fan base is polarizing. We're diehards for a reason, right? We're diehards for a reason. Once you're not fucking, we're not fucking with you. It's a wrap.
It's over. It's over.